Nowadays, mob lynchings, honor killing are common. Mob lynchings are mostly being done by some miscreants to lynch or kill a person out of communal disharmony. Usually, what happens? A group of one religion targets a person of another religion with whom they are in disharmony, and not with that person but with the person's religion. So they kill him. Similar is the case with honor killing. Usually what happens, a lower caste person marries a higher caste person, and the relatives, friends of that higher caste person, they form a group and they target that lower caste person and kill that person in a group. Have you seen one thing in common? Both in mob lynching and in honor killing, people in a group killing one person, and if you disperse their group, they won't be having that much courage to kill the same person individually as they had as a group. Psychologists say that a person, whatever be his or her religion, whatever be that person's gender, whatever be that person's ideology, whatever country he or she belongs to, whatever place he or she belongs to, doesn't matter at all. If that person is alone, then that person is very less likely to commit a crime. Usually, crimes are committed at least with the help of or by two persons, at least by two persons. Why? Because whenever a person joins a group or joins a company, he or she builds a tendency that now I am not alone responsible. If anything we do, all will be responsible. But if anything I individually do, then I will alone be responsible. So the sense of responsibility becomes very, very low when a person joins a group for any act, either for good deed that group is doing or for the bad deed that group is doing. Responsibility becomes very, very low. But if that person is individually doing any deed, whether that is a good deed or bad deed, then whole responsibility is on the head of that person for his or her respective deed. For example, in a school, in a classroom, all the classmates do not want to attend tomorrow's class. All they want is the same thing, that all of them do not want to attend tomorrow's class. So, if one person goes to class, then knowing that other person will also go. So, what usually happens is all the classmates decide to bunk the class. See, if the same act of not going to the class tomorrow has been done individually by each student, then responsibility would wholly be on the head of that individual. But now the whole class has formed a group for the intention of bunking class. Now there will be less burden on each head because all are doing. When a person joins a group, he surrenders his thinking to the group. He surrenders his responsibilities to the group. He surrenders his intellect to the group. And as psychologists says that in a group a person becomes less mature in a group, because now he or she don't have to think much. Now he or she don't have to take responsibility much, because whole group will take responsibility. Therefore, in a group, a person becomes so careless that not even about his or her own life, he don't think about anyone else, whether he or she is hurting himself or herself or others. In a group, that person hurts n- not only others but himself also, because he has surrendered his thinking power, intellect. Why I had taken the example of mob lynching in the first, because it is very easy to understand from that example. But whenever there is a group, in fact a religious group, there will be less sense of responsibility, and there will be more and more acts, careless acts. Therefore, it is seen and world has witnessed many times that a terrorist is never alone. He is always from a terror outfit or from a terror group, because alone a person can never do a terrorist act. He or she can do, but these types of people are very less. When there was a atom bomb attack on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the pilot who dropped the bomb on the city, he was asked in an interview, why did you drop the bomb? Didn't you care about thousands of lives? Didn't you think that after dropping this bomb, I will be a sinner, a killer of thousands of people? That pilot simply replied that I didn't think much, and that was an order of my superior. And when the superior was asked the same question, that didn't you feel guilty for ordering the pilot to drop the bomb on the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the superior told that I was ordered by the president of the USA. And when the president of the USA was asked the same question, then president replied that I was advised from the defense experts. So this is what exactly happens. Nobody takes responsibility. Everyone just transfer the responsibility to another person of that group. Pilot has transferred the responsibility to the superior has transferred the responsibility to the president, and so on. This is what happens in a group, no matter whatever be the group: study group, friends group, religious group, whatever be the group. One thing is for sure: in a group, 99% of the times you will never going to take responsibility on your own. Only a few persons, negligible amount of persons are there who are capable of being part of a group as well as taking responsibility on their head. And once there is no responsibility on your head, then you do whatever you want to do. Then you do whatever brutal act you want to do, whatever good act or brutal act you want to do. Therefore, it has been seen that in the most of the rape cases, majority of the rapes are being done by a gang. That's why we call gang rape. Individual rapes are very less committed, but gang rape are very high in numbers. Because any crime, be it be any crime, in gang rape also people commit bad deed, that is rape, in a group. Because in a group there is no sense of responsibility and everyone is carelessly do any act. And when a person do carelessly any act, he can do that act also which he could not be capable of doing the same act individually. I repeat, in a group a person is capable of doing that act also which he or she is incapable of doing individually. You can also take the example of, and in a group you are so careless and you are so surrendered that you are so dependent on your group that once a group kicks you out of the group, you are almost dead. When group boycott you, then you suffer because you were so much dependent on the group. No, I don't say that don't make groups. You may make groups, that is your choice. But the thing is, don't lose the responsibility. Keep your individuality intact. Do the act carefully. Don't reduce the responsibility. Have all the responsibilities of your own act on you. And don't be dependent on the group. Otherwise, you are going to suffer in future. Subscribe if you find this video helpful and share this video.